quickest ways to make money in 2025. Now, it's definitely between debits and CCs. Logs are a little bit burnt and they're pretty hard to use in 2025. Overall, in my opinion, debits are better because they're usually issued by banks and not private organizations like credit card companies. This isn't always the case, but most of the time CCs are going to be higher security in general and have things like VBV and region locking. Basically what that means is that they may pull up a phone code and they may be locked to a specific region and not work outside of that region. A lot of debits, what you're going to find is that they link to things better and that they don't have as many security features. Great if you're trying to cash out and make money quickly because that means they'll link to apps easier, they're easier to use online and buy things and do a whole number of things with. It's a sad reality that the bank just doesn't care as much about it when it's your money and it's FDIC insured versus a credit card company doesn't really like to lose out on credit that they extend to you. Overall, this is probably part of the reason why you've been hitting a lot of declines with your CCs and you haven't had much success as well. Moving into how I actually cash out debits and make money with them, I usually just look for non-VBV and non-region locked debits with a high balance. Basically what that means is they won't pull up any phone code, and on top of that they'll be very easy to use in any region around the US or Mexico. This is great because when you go to link them to an app, you really want to be able to have it link immediately and you want the balance to be able to be cleared. So you don't want limits to pop up, you don't want single transaction limits, and you just want it to be a seamless process. In general, once I have a debit linked to the app that I'm trying to cash out into, I'll just start adding to the cash balance. Now, it all depends on whether this is a medium or a high balance debit, but overall you can make anywhere from 1 to 10K per time, and even more if it's somebody that's well off and has a lot in their balance. Now, that being said, if I'm doing a cut for somebody else where I send them a cut of my work, I'll take my cut and then send their cut where they want it sent. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep all the money added to the cash balance for myself and use some tricks to close down the card and keep all of it. That being said, y'all, it's not quite as simple as I make it out to be, but overall it's a really simple process, and if you lock in with a great vendor like me or somebody else, you're going to be making a ton of money. Said, I'm Real Saucy Cy, and I'm out.